what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So basically I've been busy with some stuff, but today here I am in Westwood. I'm in the general West LA area, but where I'm currently at right now is the Westwood area, where there's a lot of residential towers, and on Wilshire Boulevard you'll see a bunch of these apartment buildings and tower buildings where it's quite a wide highway-like area, and it's near UCLA. Now I'm going to be starting off to see what the Westwood, a little bit of the village looks like, and show you guys what it looks like, but overall that's not what the main reason why I'm here. I'm here because I'm going to be going down this Westwood area to the more, let's say, mom and pop businesses to see how they're doing, and I'm just trying to get a sense of the feel if these let's say the populace in the UCLA area are going down to these businesses and spending. But I'll give you a little bit of a sense of the Westwood area. So over towards this way is definitely the campus of UCLA. Down this way is going to be more towards city proper, where you're going to go down towards Pico, and the 405 is going to be right over here, and the 10 is going to be all the way straight down. So basically this whole village area is places where students and nearby people go, and it's like a little village area where you can hang out and whatnot. The homeless numbers, there's a lot here that I don't remember seeing that many, or even the age of the homeless seem young. I just passed by some of them, and I didn't want to film them or anything, but they seemed maybe student homeless or something like that, and I didn't think to see homeless in this student region. So that way is going to be Santa Monica towards the beach, and we'll be heading down south here on Westwood Boulevard. So here we made it to the going southward towards Pico, and to my surprise there seems to be a lot of businesses that are still going on, and obviously some of them are still open and not filled, but it's not like some other areas in the central region where there's a whole bunch where it was closed, and it looks like it's doing a lot better than places like Melrose. To be honest, it looks a lot more livelier than a lot of other places, business-wise, I guess. Today is a Friday, so maybe that might be a little bit different, but overall people are walking, and you don't see as many people that may seem unstable, so that's good. And over there you have Center City. You can see those towers over there. So this whole area has this whole street actually has a lot of different ethnic restaurants and ethnic businesses, and most of them are Middle Eastern. You'll see some Thai spots and some Greek spots and whatnot, and some American spots, but a lot of them are Middle Eastern based, and so you'll see it says Jordan Market and these other different places where Shatar Abbas Bakery and whatnot. and it has a lot of Persian-based businesses too, so maybe that might be interesting for you.
Oh my child, I know you hurt and you can't let it go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard.
So we passed the Santa Monica intersection, still on Westwood Boulevard where all the businesses are. And to be honest, you know, there's a lot of places that are filled. You know, it isn't vacant like other streets where we've seen before. There's a lot of businesses that are still filled here, and there's a lot less homeless presence around these businesses when in other places of the city you'll see a lot more homeless presence. The ones in Westwood was a little bit surprising. Again, I didn't think I'd see, you know, the homeless around there like that, but overall I'm pretty, you know, this is a good thing, I guess, for this area especially. This intersection feels super retro. It feels super old Los Angeles. You know, that's these sort of strip malls, and in the intersection there's all strip areas, and it just feels really old, back in time. Especially these sorts of signs. That definitely feels super old. These are some super old looking businesses, super old buildings, but for the most part they seem to be mostly filled. It isn't like, you know, places like in Melrose, but the businesses here still seem to be kicking it, right? They are still, you know, in operation. That's the region where we came from. That's more north. Here we're starting to have some open areas, you know, businesses that are, or buildings that are vacant basically. But this right here is gonna be Pico. And I'm gonna go, you know, to the left and right and see if there's, you know, the mall that's still there and if the businesses there are still going along. But obviously as you get down more south towards the 10, then it seems like there's more, you know, open buildings and less, you know, a little bit more business closures and stuff like that. Here we are, this whole building's closed, and pretty much this too. So you'll have this gigantic block of, I guess, space that will probably be knocked over for apartment and retail, one of those bigger buildings. This is the mall, the Westside Pavilion Mall. Maybe I might go inside. I don't know if it's closed or not. I don't know when this happened, but basically this is a mall that used to be connected to the other part of the mall, but this is obviously not that, but it's all new, right? So these sorts of things are popping up. I'm not quite sure how these guys are doing, because you know how office rentals are doing right now, commercial real estate? Commercial real estate, if you guys don't know, is getting pummeled. And I don't think it's going to be coming back for, you know, quite a bit. One thing I've noticed also is around the city, these sorts of, let's say, bushes and weed and grass and stuff like that, they're overgrowing onto the sidewalk. And I think it has to do with the city sort of cutting down hours of, you know, landscapers and whatever and whatnot. It is basically office buildings, office retail. I guess part of it is finished, but the other parts are not finished. And that's kind of troublesome because obviously office retail is going down the drain, and this is quite a gigantic size property, and, you know, good luck to them, hopefully. This whole area looks super retro, you know, like super old buildings, super old businesses, and like you can make it kind of looks like you're back in time a little bit. There's even retro diners over there. It feels very, you know, back in time-ish. but you'll have, quite a, businesses that are out. So an accident just happened, and it looks like it's 3 cars and automatic traffic just like this. To be honest, is that you could have something small and like a homeless guy going in the middle of the street and it'll be traffic. Check this out. Looks like everybody's okay, so that's good. But you see the traffic all of a sudden, right? Now take a look at all this traffic. All the way down traffic. And for who knows how long. This KFC is still open. Still survived. This street we've been on, Pico, is super retro. I mean, come check it out if you guys want. There's not much going on here for a lot of people, but even younger people, but probably everyone. It's not a place where people hang out and, really, have tea and coffee and things like that. Much older buildings, much older designs. Obviously, you have to have these sorts of guardrails so people don't sleep on them. That's the whole purpose of that thing. That's what it's not for your armrest or anything like that. And obviously, you can see traffic packing up just because of that one accident. It's not really traffic time in this area, but now it is. But yeah, these businesses too are very, businesses that are sort of kind of old, some arts and crafts place and a UPS store and stuff like that.
I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up.
These buildings are all empty, like this whole
Hold on
stretch.
tight.
Except this one Domino's that's still alive here. Kudos to them. Other than that, this whole area is gone. And across the street, that building's gone too. So I think that, from where we're coming, that Westwood area seems to be generally doing all right.
Everything that you thought you should didn't seem to do you any good.
Buildings and whatnot. But before it used to be a mall, and this mall was connected like that.
I know you've done your
part. It was kind of a
it's
cozy
not
mall,
fair.
but it seems like it's all closed down. I think this mall
Did
is
your
gone for.
time. How much longer will you suffer in this
Yeah, so
life?
the mall is out of business.
But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
Some more mom and pop businesses over here. Quite some more businesses that are closed in these more residential businesses area. I don't know how they're going to fare, but we'll see. All in all, this whole area region, I haven't been for a long time, and I'm actually quite surprised of how many businesses are still here and how better off it is than some other areas and other places that I've seen through videos, like the Hollywood area. Overall, this is the more local West, LA, Westwood-ish, neighborhoody areas, and it's an interesting place to come by and once in a while and see how it's doing. And I'm overall, I think a little bit more surprised that it's doing well, a lot better, and a lot of places seem to be open and still going, where in places where the more middle area I would say more tourist interest areas, those sorts of places seem to be, you know, sort of down, right? Maybe it is due to tourism hit, but I also think that, you know, maybe it also has to do with a little bit of crime as well. But overall, I hope you guys like this video, and hopefully you guys will find some value in it if this is an area you're moving to, or maybe you want to know what it's like so far, 3 years after the pandemic. Overall, it seems that other cities are more back to normal, and this, for a lot less density, a lot less sort of people around in this whole region, I think is the more new normal for LA. And so if that's something that you're interested in, then I think that maybe a lot of the nature lovers might like that too, because you'll be able to go back and forth to maybe the mountains, the beach and whatnot, and the parks for all the people that like nature. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Good luck.